In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure a Layer 2 Ether channel. With Cisco devices, you have a choice of a Layer 2 Ether channel or a Layer 3 Ether channel. So within Layer 2 Ether channels, you have a choice of either a LACP Ether channel or a PEG Ether channel. LACP is an open standard that's currently on the CCNA exam. Since it is an open standard, it's something Cisco has been moving towards instead of proprietary protocols like PEG that was originally developed by Cisco. And since it's an open standard, that means you can connect Cisco switches or Cisco and other vendor switches. So what's the reason for an Ether channel? The first one is bandwidth. What you're doing is creating a logical interface from a group of physical interfaces. So you're creating a bundle from some physical interfaces and thereby increasing the bandwidth available to any single interface. So for example, if you've got 4 gigabit Ethernet interfaces, you can create a Layer 2 Ether channel and you've got a 4 gig link between two switches. So the Ether channel, what it does is it has a load balancing algorithm it uses to load balance all the traffic that arrives at that interface and sends across to the other switch. That's how it actually provides more bandwidth for traffic from many sources. And the other advantage is redundancy. If you have a single switch port that's not available for some reason, traffic is then moved over to all the available interfaces. Or with LACP, you actually have some standby interfaces that are available. So LACP has a lot of redundancy, and along with the fact that it's an open standard, makes it attractive for Ether channel, whether it's Cisco or connecting Cisco to multi-vendor switches. So what I've got here is the Layer 2 topology again. There's no routing services. I've got 2 switches connected, and I'm going to create the Layer 2 Ether channel between them. I've got VLAN 10 and VLAN 11. From those VLANs will be ported across the Ether channel. I'm also going to create a trunk on the Ether channel since I've got more than one VLAN that I'm porting across the switch link. And so server 1 is in VLAN 10 and server 2 is in VLAN 11. What I'll do is start with switch 1. So with switch 1, I'm going to configure FA21 as the Ether channel with trunking enabled. It'll be a static trunk, and I'll do the same on switch 2. Interface FA21. So there's the static trunk. I'll use up arrow. And switch port to no negotiate, because I don't want to send any DTP frames. That's just the best practice. And switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10 and 11. So only traffic from VLAN 10 and 11 will be allowed across the Ether channel. I'm also going to leave the native VLAN as VLAN 1 for this lab. The other thing I want to do now is enable LACP. So that's a channel group. But I'll just use channel group 1, then mode active. So what this command is saying to the Cisco switch is channel group. That means I want to create an Ether channel. It's going to be Layer 2. Since this is not a routed port, it's a Layer 2 port. And mode active means I want to use LACP. If I use mode desirable, that would be saying that I want to use PEG. So how it works with LACP is I have to have at least one interface, either on switch 1 or switch 2, that is mode active. I can leave the other one as mode passive, but at least one has to be active to negotiate the dynamic Ether channel. Now I'm also going to bundle this FA31. So I'll have 2 physical interfaces that are bundled into a logical interface. So FA31 will be the other switch port. So I'm just going to use up arrow and apply the same configuration. So up arrow to switch port mode trunk and no negotiate. Allow the same VLANs. Everything has to match with Ether channel. Can't have any mismatches or you'll get an error disabled interface. And the same channel group 1 mode active. Great, that's done. I also want to do a no shutdown on both interfaces. So this is for Fast Ethernet 3.1. I'm also going to go do the same on 2.1. Now I want to configure the port channel. So that's interface port channel 1. All I have to do here is just add the trunk. So I'm just going to go up arrow and find that. Switch port mode trunk. And also no negotiate. That's all I need to do. Everything else will be automatic. I'll do a no shutdown to activate it. And that's all there is to it. And I'll do copy run to start. I'll move over to switch 2 and do the same thing on 2.1 and 3.1. So interface FA2.1. Or mode trunk. And finally, channel group 1 mode active. Or I could leave this as passive. Makes no difference. One or the other. I think I'll just do active here as well. Just in case there's maybe some error on switch 1 where somebody changes it to passive for some reason. Then I've got both of them active. Either one will work. Okay, now we'll go back to 3.1. This is the other physical interface. It will be bundled into the EtherChannel. And just make it a static trunk. And allow the same VLANs. And the same protocol mode. If you have LACP on one end of the channel, you have to have LACP on the other. You can't mix LACP and PAGP. Do a no shut on these. So that's for 3.1. 2.1. Do the same thing. Now for the port channel. So I'll make this a trunk and just no negotiate. And I'll do a no shut on the port channel. And that should do it. Copy run to start. So what I want to do now is verify the lab. So go back to switch 1 and do a show run. There's VLAN 1011. These were already created, these access ports. So I'm not concerned with that. FA2.1. This is their switch port trunk allowed VLAN 1011. It's a static trunk port. And it's assigned LACP active. And verify that 3.1 is identical. And it is. And there's the port channel at the top there. Switch 2, just make sure that's okay. There's Fast Ethernet 2.1. It's got the right VLANs. It's a static trunk. Channel group 1 mode active. And 3.1, same thing. Static trunk and channel group 1 mode active. So that looks okay. Now I'll just go show EtherChannel summary. What you have is with this command is the flags at the top. What you want is capital S and capital U. Capital S is layer 2, that's correct, and capital U is in use. So that's actually working okay. It's operational. Group 1 is the channel group. LACP is the protocol. FA2.1 and 3.1 are bundled. And P is in port channel. So everything looks fine there. That's what you want for an operational LACP Ether channel. Now finally, I'm just going to do some pings just to verify. So I'll ping from host 1 to server 1. And that's working okay. We'll also try pinging server 2, and that should not work. It's a different VLAN. I'll ping from host 2 to server 2, same VLAN, 192.168.2.2. And works fine. The VLAN 10 should not work. That verifies the LACP Ether channel is working, and that concludes the video.